believe that.
I'm not here saying kids, you should smoke cigars. The difference is Trump is up there doing it. So it's just another one of those things he does. Like, I think I'll give cruise missiles to Ukraine. Makes you wonder what's going on sometimes. I'm glad we don't have Kamala Harris. Let's get that straight. But I am a little concerned.
What is going on?
Well, everybody knows Trump's really weird. In a good way, in a lovable way. But he does so much good, and then he does so many just really bizarre zigs and zags that sometimes you just have to ask what's happening. But, that video over a year ago of him and Kennedy, right before Kennedy endorsed him, a year and a half ago, that somebody shot of him on speakerphone, Kennedy with Trump, and Trump's like, well, maybe it is too big a shot, and maybe the kids shouldn't take it. Maybe you're right, Bobby. That's the Trump we need, not the Trump, oh, look, I took my shot, it's so great. Plus the flu shot, they admit, look this up, they've never, in 50 years of the flu shot, predicted the right mutation for that year's flu. And it lowers your immune system to the next year's flu.
Well, the flu shot paralyzed a relative of mine, a close relative of mine, briefly. Paralyzed, waist down, paralyzed, period. That a flu shot did that, fact.
Paralyzed Kennedy's larynx.
Yeah, so I don't know what, and is there any evidence the flu shot, reduces overall mortality?
You can look this up. It has never worked. It is an absolute total fraud. They've never picked the right mutation for it. And so if it's not the exact mutation, it doesn't work.
So over the population, there's no evidence that the flu shot, which you could get at your grocery store, the nurse's office, or wherever at work, that it has reduced the number overall of dead people in the United States in a given year.
No. And to show what fraud statistics are, so who knows? Remember the first year and a half of COVID, 0 flu deaths, basically, which is normally about 30,000. They took that number, said that wasn't, there was no flu death, but it all became COVID death.
So given how obviously discredited science has been in the last 5 years, where normal people are like, I don't know what this is, but I'm against it, wouldn't now be the time to mandate a total halt to any Frankenscience underway where we're trying to create life or clone people or change the human genome?
Gain of function.
Gain of function, which is now like universal. Gain of function didn't go away. Gain of function became much more popular after the creation of the COVID virus.
That's right. Instead of being illegal, they're just in mass doing it, even though it's still illegal. And now they've got self-replicating DNA vaccines. They've got stuff far worse, according to all the experts. And Kennedy did ban all thimerosal, mercury in shots. He did point out that Tylenol lowers blood-brain barrier, that when you take a vaccine with it, it's even more dangerous, especially in boys who have weaker blood-brain barriers. He did recommend fluoride be taken out of the water. Pam Bondi had DOJ block that. Not trying to demonize Pam Bondi. She just keeps popping up. And he is doing a lot of really, really great things, not making the COVID shot recommended so that they'll stop pushing it. And then you've just got Trump working kind of at loggerheads against Kennedy, who I would say has gotten more done than I thought he could. I think Kennedy is a shining light. So is Tulsi Gabbard. With the resources they had, Tom Homan and the Border Patrol and ICE, they've really done a great job because their system had been dismantled, as you know. But I would say ending a lot of conflicts, A+ on that. But expanding the Russia operation, terrible. Getting jobs back to America, I'd say great job. But Trump needs to know that the American people have rejected Big Pharma, and they're tired of it, and they hate Albert Bourla, they hate Anthony Fauci. We don't need to be seeing Albert Bourla, who's just as hated as Fauci at the White House. We need to see Fauci and Albert Bourla indicted for the things they've done.
Why not just strip immunity from the vaccine makers? Wouldn't that, we have a system in place, it's been in place for my whole life, where if you're making a consumer product that hurts people, you can be sued. And so people who make consumer products try to make them safe because there are consequences to selling poison.
That's exactly what should be done. And that's the 86.
But that's like simple. That's super simple. Like, why not? It's only been I remember 1986. It was 39 years ago. It's not that hard. This is not like in the Constitution that vaccine makers have, blanket shield immunity.
And now they're calling gene therapies vaccines. They've changed the definition. So now anything they want to inject into you, they claim is a vaccine with liability protection. Well, that's why Kennedy removing the recommended status by HHS and FDA, when you do that, it technically removes the protection of the liability protection. But then that's why suddenly now the Pfizer mRNA shots warns you that it can kill you.